Okay, I've got a rapid fire K22 kinetic log splitter, and it comes with this piece of crap Waylead half horsepower motor. The motor kept overheating. Been putting up with it for a couple, 2-3 years, and you can't even cut 5 pieces now, dry lodgepole, and it overheats and shuts itself off. So I went and got me a Leeson, and this is 3/4 horsepower, and it's farm duty. So what I did is, and this comes 3/4, has the same size shaft as this half horsepower, and so the pulley fits on. Take it off. I had trouble. It's got a hex key tightener on there, and I couldn't get it off, so I heated this up with my little map gas deal, and it didn't take too much. A little bit of heat here, and then that came loose, and I was able to pull the pulley right off. Stuck it onto here. The wiring, it came wired up for high voltage, which I think is the 220 that it can do. So I had to rewire it, and the wires are marked. And L2 is lead 2, P1 is your power coming in for lead 1, and this is, so this would be your black wire on your extension cord and white wire. Anyway, you can wire, you'll have to rewire it for 110 if you're using 110 like I am. And then the piece of crap came with this temperature reset thing, and it also came with the on-off switch that was on the side. Now this motor that I got does not have an on-off switch, and its housing was different, and it does not come with a pigtail to plug in. So I took the pigtail off of the old one and took this off, and I knocked out, you have to knock out the hole in the metal to get your pigtail in, and then knock out the hole that's in this front plate, and you can put that on-off switch in here. So right now it works with my 110. The difference in this farm duty one, this has that soft start gizmo on it, and this one has a soft start and a soft run. So this doesn't have a soft run thing on it. And I'm not an electrician. I don't know, I can't remember the word for those, but capacitor, I think. Soft start, soft run capacitors. And so we're going to see if this will work and I can split more wood without this farm duty one overheating the way this other one did. And it, I complained when it was brand new, and the dealership, I said, well, let's just get a different switch here that holds up better. I didn't know. No, they won't sell you just this switch. You got to buy the whole motor. So I got a whole brand new motor, same damn thing. It'll be 10 below zero, and I can cut a little more, chop a little more wood, but it'll still overheat after about 1/4 of a cord of lodgepole, which is super easy to split, and it runs into anything, boof, and it trips, and there you are. So I will shut this video off now, and I'm going to reinstall the farm duty motor onto my splitter, and we'll split some wood with it. and I'll let you know how it works. Oh, also, I did learn through my research that the mounting plates underneath, that's a F style, F as in Foxtrot style plate. So as long as you find one of those type of mounts and you can get the shaft the same, you won't have to buy a new pulley. Now I could have probably found a little higher horsepower one, and I would have had to get a different pulley because it would have been a different size shaft coming out of there. But another 1/4 horsepower, 3/4 instead of half, is going to be fine. A 1/2 horsepower worked fine as long as it didn't overheat and crap out. So we'll let you know how this works out. So we got the new motor installed, and got the connection here, and it starts right up. Looks good. One thing I did notice on this 3/4 horse, look at how much air gap there is back here for the cooling fan to blow air and keep this motor cool. So you compare that gap to the gap on this one. You know, yeah, there's a fan in there. And look at the gap behind it. You can't even see any air, hardly. I mean, there's nothing. So this fan stands a really poor frickin' chance of cooling that motor off. Hopefully the new one will do better. I'll let you know. A sad update on my motor. The motor worked fine. Got my switch wired in. All that stuff was great. What I didn't realize is that this motor is designed to run counterclockwise, not clockwise. So, I'll aim down here. So looking at the motor, this is counterclockwise, and this is clockwise. This is the direction the motor was wired to run, and I just assumed that clockwise is how it ran. Well, notice here, so this is how it was wired. When you engage, it's moving the ram backwards. So I had a log on here. I'm all fired up to go, and I engage my handle, and bam, it runs it backwards. Now these are little bumper stops. This is bent, and they go on here. So when this ram comes back under spring pressure, it bumps into these stops. Well, imagine my 55-pound flywheel force jammed those things back, bent them, and it also, this gizmo got bent too, and this spring goes on here, and it goes underneath here, so that the spring keeps this lifted up off of the rotating shaft until you overcome the force of the spring and push it down to engage the thing to go. So that got all bent too. And I don't have time right now, but I'm going to straighten these out. I'm going to straighten these out. I'm going to weld it up there so it's stronger than it was anyway. And I'll rewire the motor to make it go counterclockwise. So when you get the motor, and I'll put a little diagram on there, make sure that you wire it for counterclockwise rotation, not clockwise rotation, because that's how they come. Yep. Alright, so got the machine with the new motor going. And I like to have it right there in my shed. And I can say that that new motor is working real good. And there's 2 cords of wood that are going to be split. And let's see how that motor holds up without overheating.